Class 9 Chemistry, Chapter 5, the Periodic Table. Good morning, students. Now, students, this is the periodic table on page number 83 of your textbook. So, basically, what is this periodic table? So, periodic table, you can see that it is a representation or arrangement of different elements in the form of a table. Okay, and why it is called the periodic table? The reason is that, as you can see, these vertical lines are called the groups. Okay, so we have put those elements in a group which are having similar properties. Okay, like hydrogen, it is, although it is a non-metal, this is an exceptional case, that's why it has been drawn in some other color, and rest of the metals, most of the metals, you can see as the bluish, the representation is in the blue color. So these are the metals. Okay, so apart from this difference that it is a non-metal and rest of the things are metal, there are certain properties or there are certain similarities between this hydrogen and rest of the elements. Okay, so lithium is similar in some case, in some context, to that of the hydrogen and sodium. Sodium is also similar to hydrogen, lithium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. So depending on the similar properties, we have put the same sort of elements in the same single group. Like beryllium, it has the similarity with magnesium, it has similarity with calcium. Okay, it has similarity with strontium. So these are the groups, and in the given group we have put those elements which have certain similar properties. Now I was asking you why the name has been suggested as periodic table, because as you can see, hydrogen, it has some properties, then helium, it is having some other properties, but after helium there is lithium, and we found that lithium has similar properties to that of the hydrogen in some context, not in all the context but in some context. Thereafter beryllium, some other properties, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon, they are having some other properties. But after neon we need to put sodium, that is atomic number is 11 for sodium. Now we found that sodium has similar properties with that of the lithium. So what do you see? So there is a pattern in the repetition of the properties. So there is a periodicity in the similarities or dissimilarities in the properties of elements. So that's why the name has been decided as the periodic table. So for students, we have found 118 elements. You can see 118 elements. Okay, but some 200 years back, that much elements we were not aware of. So very few elements we knew at that time. So from time to time, different people came and they suggested certain sort of tabular form where they arrange the elements depending on some similarities or depending on the laws which they followed. For example, Dobriner came with a law known as Dobriner's triad, where he tried to arrange certain elements depending on his theory. And what was his theory? He said that the first element and the third element on his table, the first element and the third element, if we take their atomic mass average, so here calcium, we know 40 is the atomic mass, barium 137. So if we take the first and third element of a series of elements, their average we take, then it was found that the atomic mass was somewhat equal to the middle element's atomic mass. For example, if I add 40 plus 137 and take the average, like the calculation I have done over here, 40 plus 137 divided by 2, I got 88.5. So it is somewhat similar to this number or nearer to this number 88. Okay, so based on this theory, he put certain elements in the groups. So here is another example where he put chlorine, bromine, iodine in the same group. So chlorine is the first element, iodine in the third element, and bromine is the second one. So according to his theory, the atomic mass of first plus atomic mass of second, and if you take the average, it will come somewhat nearer to the atomic mass of the middle one or the second element of his series. So here it is coming 81.25. The real atomic mass is 80 for bromine. So it is somewhat nearer. These are nearer species or numbers. Okay. But later on we rejected that law of triad given by the Dobriner. Why? Here you can see Dobriner failed to arrange all the then known elements in the form of triads. You see, all the elements which were found at that time, at Dobriner's time, all those elements cannot be set in the groupings according to this law of triad. Only a few species we were able to put according to these formulas. Then the law did not fully apply even within the same family. So one example they are giving, taking halogens, the first three members, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, it is observed that the mean of the atomic masses of fluorine and bromine, it is coming out to be 49.5. But here you see the second element of this series, it is having 35.5 as the atomic mass. But according to that calculation or the formula given by the Dobriner, it is coming here 49.5, and which by no means they are the nearer numbers. They are not close numbers. Okay. Thereafter, another person named as Newlands, he came with his own grouping, and such a law was called the law of octaves. So together we will say Newlands law of octaves. Now he arranged the elements in his table in such a way that every first element of his series is having similar properties to the eighth element. For example, here you can see hydrogen, it is the first element, then second lithium, beryllium third, boron fourth, carbon fifth, nitrogen sixth, oxygen seventh. Now the eighth element, that was fluorine. So he saw that hydrogen and fluorine, they are having similar properties. Okay, so every eighth element in his series was having the similar properties. Likewise, after lithium, if we starting from the lithium as number 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he saw the first element of his series and the eighth element of his series, they were having the similar properties. Okay, likewise beryllium, he found that it is similar to magnesium, and beryllium is coming at the 8th position starting from this 1. So beryllium, this magnesium is coming in the 8th position. So we found it more useful than the Dobriner's law of triad, because in Dobriner's case very few elements can be accommodated in a given series, but here so many elements can be accommodated. But again, this law of octaves, it also suffered some demerits. Let us see. This classification did not work with heavier elements, that is those lying beyond calcium. As more and more elements were discovered, they could not be fitted into Newland's octaves. So here, students, you can see whatever the elements were known at that time, they all cannot be accommodated in this table. And students, you pay attention here that later on we found some more elements. One example I am giving, like noble gases. So you know, after hydrogen, the next one is helium, but helium is missing over here because it was not found at that time. So if I consider helium over here, then this law of octaves will not remain as law of octaves. Now, because if I start from hydrogen, then fluorine will be in the 9th position if I consider helium in between. Okay, and now we know fluorine, after fluorine there is neon in today's periodic table, but in this case neon was missing because neon was not found at that time. So if I consider neon over here, Ne, then starting from fluorine as number 1, chlorine will come in which position? It will come in the 9th position. So this law of octaves means 8. So this law of octaves will get failed. Here you can see iron, which resembles cobalt and nickel in properties, has been placed far away from these elements. So iron is having, you can see the position. So according to the modern periodic table, we can see that iron, cobalt, nickel, they have some similar properties, but in this table, which was formulated by Newlands, they have been put far away. Okay. Here you can see generally one block has been assigned for one element, but here you can see cobalt and nickel, they have been assigned in the single block. And now you know chlorine, fluorine, hydrogen, they are non-metal, bromine is a non-metal, but cobalt and nickel, they are the metals. So these are some of the drawbacks which could not be answered according to the Newlands law of octaves. So students, this is all for today. Goodbye.